This is your boy Exclaimor Lord X coming at you with another video. I know this is another one of those little discussion topics, but I do feel like putting it out there because of reasons. What's that? Anyways, in today's topic, I'm going to talk about a video. Not a video. I'm going to be talking in the video. But it's basically about why most guys, specifically nice men, and I mean, when I say nice, I mean the guys who are really there for you, who will help you out with $10 for gas. They'll open the doors for you, be up 10, 11 o'clock at night, texting you to make sure you're okay, and they have to work at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm talking about those type of guys. The guys that are the too good to be true type men. The guys who are the one in a million type guys. And why most of them are single. And I personally, as a nice guy myself, I would like to consider it. I like this thing so. And I mean, y'all can say if I am or not. And that's up to y'all. But the reason why I believe most guys in today's time are staying single, avoiding parenthood for the most part, avoiding marriage, is because we are getting to the point, and I'm including myself into this giant topic or whatever, is we're starting to realize that going into marriage isn't all that it used to be. Like, me personally, I want a marriage like my grandma and grandpa had. They married at 18 and they're in their 60s. They've been to hell and back and to heaven and back, and they're still together. It's amazing. I want something like that. But we are realizing that in today's time, women who want that same thing are fewer than us nice guys, is how most people like to consider it. Because when you go to basically any neighborhood or any city, 85% of that area that you are in are filled with nothing but materialistic women, superficial women, or women who have a criteria so outrageous it is, you just look at the list and you're just like, well, guess I'll try another one. It's like you're trying to go for a job. You go to college and you get a welding degree. So you go finding a welding job. So you find a welding job, but in their criteria they want you to be 8 feet tall and 950 pounds. They want you to have $7.5 trillion already and this, that, and the third. And you're like $1 billion in debt. It's just, you're like, this isn't what I'm looking for. And with women, they're usually, they have this long list. I mean, they gotta be like, oh, he's gotta be 6 foot this. He's gotta have, his own place, his own car. He's gotta have, 5-6 figures a year. He's gotta be, sexy looking. He's gotta have a 10-inch, that. It's just so many things in that criteria that, yeah, you may make $100,000, but you may not have your own place. You might, have a 10-inch, that, and you may not be 6 foot tall. You might be 5'2", shorter than the chick you're dating or trying to. And this is the sad part, is that they will leave you when they find out you don't have it. So I'll give you a really good example. When I was 20 years old, I wasn't working at the time, but I was definitely putting in applications all across town. I mean, 7 o'clock in the morning to 5 o'clock in the afternoon, just application, day in and day out for 6 months. I was dedicated. I was like, man, I want a job. I want to do things. And I was talking to this woman, and she was like, do you have a job yet? I'm like, no, I don't. Is that a problem? And she was like, no, it's not a problem, but turns out it is actually the biggest problem ever. And I'll tell you why. So we were, quote unquote, talking to each other over the phone, and we met up twice. We went to bowling. She paid for it. She had to come down from her city, which of course she had to pay for gas. There was one time I paid for the movies, but that was about it. She had to pay for dinner. I personally feel bad that she had to pay for it, but at the moment, I didn't have the tools accessible. And turns out, a week later, she calls me up and says, hey, this ain't working. You ain't got a job. I'm having to pay for all this. And I tried to explain to her, I'm like, bruh, I'm working on getting a job. I've been putting applications in, daily for like the past couple weeks. Give me some time, woman. I'll get a job. And I was dedicated. I mean, I swear, when she said, Claymore, get a job, I was out there in the streets walking. Like, I walked probably 4.5 miles daily just putting in applications. I mean, I wasn't joking. I was serious. And I ended up getting a job literally a week after she broke up with me. But, most nice guys tend to stay single because as a guy, we want something, we go get it. And when we get into that momentum and we start getting things going, we start getting things done, we don't want to stop. We get a job, boom. Okay, next thing I got to do, I got a car. Got the car, boom. Next thing I got to do is I got to get a place, boom. Okay, I got my place. I need to get a credit score, boom. Okay, next thing I got to do is I got to get some clothes, boom. Once we start going, once we get the basic foundations of, our life started, we don't stop until retirement. Literally. You will see any dedicated and motivated working man out there go to work for the most part and not call out. Like, if you're a female and you work at a job, look at the guy who's always there, 8, 9, 10-hour shifts. Look at the guy who's always being called in when someone calls out sick. And he's like, hey, such and such, can you come in today? We need you. He's like, yes, sir, I got you. Be there in a few minutes. That guy right there, the guy that just said, I'll pull these 10-hour shifts. It ain't nothing to me. I'm going to be making this money. Help pay my bills, do all this. You need me in, you let me know. The guy who works hard at his job, he takes his job serious. That guy right there, that's the guy that you need. But the only problem is, you want something other than a relationship. The relationship that you're imagining only happens in fake stories, in fairy tales. You want a guy who is got everything. He's a prince of a faraway land, and he comes to you in the castle guarded by a dragon. He defeats the dragon and takes you home and marries you and gives you everything for the rest of life. No. I'm gonna say it like this. I'm sorry to say this, but in this world, in this dying world, is what I would like to say. That don't happen. There are knights in shining armor, but he doesn't have. He's not a prince from a faraway castle. He doesn't slay the dragon. He may sneak into the tower, sneak you out and not even slay the dragon. This story doesn't end with a guy showing up, killing the dragon, and saving you. Another relationship that I've noticed that a lot of women like is the whole, I'm going to date this D-bag over here. He abuses me. He cheats on me. He uses me for sex. He does everything that I know I don't want, but I believe in my heart that I can change this man. And it's been 5 years. I'm going to say it like this. If I ever got a woman, whether it be dating, intimate, married, whatever. If I find a woman, the first day she starts laying hands on me, little red flag will pop up. That day I'm like, okay, babe, I understand you were mad that day. Don't let it happen again. If you got a problem, let's talk it out. I don't want this to be violent because I don't want to have any problems. That's how most guys are. They don't like problems. Except for the guys who like problems. And those guys are a problem themselves. But for most guys, we don't like confrontations. We don't like drama. We don't like the bad stuff. If we can avoid something, we will avoid it. If we cannot avoid it, then you will see us become aggressive. You will see us become defensive. You will see us become that asshole that most guys don't like to be. But after the second time she lays hands on me, so let's say day one she hits me, you know, it's on the chest, no problem. Okay, babe, I understand you're mad. Go to your room and relax. I'll get you something to eat. But the next day she hits me again, I'm not going to change you. You already hit me 2 days in a row. You're not going to change. I bet you tomorrow you hit me again. And I'll end that stuff right then and there. Because my criterias are reasonable. They are doable. They are to a simple, a simple list that even a toddler could match. Like me personally, my ideal woman is a woman who is loyal. Someone who won't cheat on me. Someone who I can come home from work and be like, honey, I'm home. How's your day been? I want a woman who is committed. I want a woman who will not back out of this thing. This is, me and you until death do us part type. I want a ride or die chick. That's not hard. I want a woman who is respectful, who takes care of herself. I want a woman who comes home, takes her showers, makes sure she's fresh, make sure, she's got something to eat because I'll make sure there's food in there. I want a woman who is caring. I want a woman who will come home or, be at the house if she's there, or if not, come home from work and be like, babe, how you been? Are you hungry? Because I'm hungry. I'll get you something. I want a woman who is like that. Those are all doable lists. How much money she makes? Don't care. What type of car she drives? Don't care. What she looks like, me personally, don't care. You could be 450 pounds. You could be the fattest chick in the city. But if you got that qualities, those characteristics, those things on my criteria that I look for, I'll date you and I'll marry you and be with you until the day I die. You could be 450 pounds and I'll say I love every inch of it. Why? Because when you can get to a mental and an emotional level, the physical level doesn't make no difference. I'd rather have me a fat, loyal chick, a woman who meets my criteria but physically is unappealing. I'd rather have her than a model with triple G boobs, the biggest ass, the whole 9 yards physically, but is a snot-nosed brat. Someone who thinks it's all about me because I'm hot. You give me this, you give me that, I don't give you nothing. No, I'd date the fat chick over that hot chick any day. Like my grandpa always said, stay away from models, especially supermodels, because all they want is this right here. They want this thing right here. When a woman who ain't about a relationship sees this right here, they gonna play you and they gonna get that money. And as soon as they get that money, they dipping. And a woman like that, I have no interest for. Now, if my woman says, hey babe, I use my money for this, I need a little extra money for this, to pay this bill or whatever, here, sure hon, here you go. I know you need it. But if a woman comes up to me and says, give me $50, give me $50, give me $100, give me $75, day in and day out, nah, not today, son. And this basically wraps up the topic that I'm talking about. The reason why good men are so hard to find is because y'all women, not all, but most, y'all's criterias and y'all's fantasies of what the perfect relationship would be like are so twisted and warped that no man on this planet, and you could take this to the bank and cash it 3 times over, no man on this planet will match whatever you're thinking. Your ideal relationship, no man will fulfill it. Your criteria, your list of what a man should be or what he should have, no man will meet it. I can tell you this. If you have a list, if you sit down right now and write everything you think a man should be, if it involves anything other than, if it's physically or materialistic things, you won't find it. But if it's compassion, respect, loyalty, commitment, responsibilities, trust, the characteristics of what makes a good man a good man. If you have those on your list, you will find him. He might be literally right next. He might be the guy that you hang out with on a daily. He may be the guy you ask favors for, and he's like, no problem. And the reason why is most good men like us, we don't pursue women. We don't, we're not desperate to be in a relationship. We're going to be good either way, with or without you. We'll be happy single, or we can be happy married. It makes no difference to us. I could be happy by myself, or I could be happy and make my wife happy. Either way, I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be doing my own thing. I'm going to be making sure I'm still the good man that I know I am. That's how most guys think, or most good guys think. But y'all will never see a good man pursue you. If you want a good man, most guys like us, we want y'all to pursue us. Because when we see that y'all want something other than just physical things, when we see that you want a relationship and we see that you want a good man who's responsible and, the whole 9 yards in terms of treating you like a queen, then we'll be like, yeah, I've been waiting for you. See? It's like, what took you so long? I've been right here waiting for you. You just wanted to play coy with me. But the guys who will pursue you are the guys who are after something. They want, sex. They want your money. They want something from you. They want to destroy you. They want to do something that isn't what the good guys would do. Granted, some good guys will pursue if need be, but like me personally, I don't pursue women. I don't pursue anything that I know won't benefit me. Think of it, I'll give you an example. If a job that I like pays me $8, but this job over here will piss me off daily, but charges me $20, or gives me $20 an hour, you know which one I'm going to go for? If you say the $20 an hour one, you're probably wrong. I'm not gonna go to a job. I'm not gonna pursue a job that's gonna piss me off or make me upset to the point where I quit that job. It's pointless. Why pursue something that's gonna end badly? I'll be content with making this $8 work. I mean, it might take me 2, 3, 4 years to get to $15. But hey, it's a working process. It makes me happy. I'm getting $8 an hour. I can make it pay raises. I can definitely go for management. I can go for my own store. There's so many things I can pursue in a job that makes me happy. So, same thing with women. We don't pursue something that we know might end badly. We wait for it to come to us for the most part. We'll be there. We'll be like, hey, this is me. This is how I am. I'm a nice guy. I'm this, that, and the third. And if someone out there hears it and they want us, they'll come to us. I know that sounds like, we're lazy. No. I can say right now, I've been with my job for 3 years and, I've been getting pay raises. I make sure I'm a hard worker. I've got my own place. I worked hard for it. My entire system right there, everything you see there, I worked for it. I'm not lazy in the least. I'm probably, me personally, I'm one of the hardest workers at my job. And you know why? Because I want things. I want to have things that will make sure that this stays. If me taking my job serious ensures that my bills are paid, I'm going to work my happy butt off. So, like the video, comment, subscribe. Any good guys, comment down below. Tell me what you think about this video. Any women of y'all who have any issues, please feel free to start hating down there. I really don't care. I mean, it just will show me your true colors and everyone else to see, what type of person you are. Because believe it or not, how you speak online is usually how you are. So, this is your host, X X out, peace.